get out of all of these payments. At the end of it, we all worry, of course, that a lot of businesses will simply fall over once the supports are pushed away. Chris, Josh Frydenberg acknowledges Australia's already in a recession. We know that. Will it become official on Wednesday, though, when we find out just how much the economy has shrunk over the last 3 months? It certainly will, Pete, and the recession is defined as 2 negative quarters. We will certainly go negative. The question is by how much, and the government's own estimation is by 7%, which was the biggest contraction in a quarter in Australia's history. Now, just think about that for a moment, because, of course, we also went through the Second World War and the Great Depression. So we are seeing epically different times for Australia and very difficult times ahead. You would imagine that, in fact, the quarter that we're now in may well go negative. But the government will point out, while it is bad, Australia's in a much better position than many other economies. So do you reckon it's good fortune or good management by the Morrison government? I think there's been a little bit of both, and I think, on balance, all states and territories have done reasonably well.
Hi guys, welcome to my live streaming.
Democracies like the UK and the US, of course, have had hideous experiences of this. So there has been some good management and some good luck involved in all of this. And of course, we leverage what we always do at the beginning of this crisis. We closed our international borders, which helped protect us. It's the closure, though, of the interstate borders, which is doing an enormous amount of damage to the economy at the moment. The Prime Minister's frustration is clearly growing, but you can see it at almost every press conference. We are not going to begin to recover as an economy until we start to bring down those internal border walls. And at this stage, what Premier would do that? Chris, always good to have you on the late news. Thank you. Thanks, mate. There's a manhunt tonight for the killer who shot dead a 49-year-old father outside his family home in Sydney southwest. The victim is an armed member of the Comanchero Outlaw motorcycle gang. Night News reporter Elizabeth Ryan is in Sydney Police this evening. Police are on high alert for revenge attacks.
Yeah, that's right. Police know very well how quickly this can turn into a tit-for-tat situation, and with community safety in mind, they're sending specialist teams to go door to door until they can hunt down those responsible for this Saturday night ambush. 49-year-old Faris Abinay was arriving at his Canadian address at around midnight when he was gunned down in what police are describing as a calculated and callous drive-by shooting as his wife and 6-month-old son were asleep inside. Abinay is now thought the shooting of Abinay, who is a known member of the Comanchero's bikie gang, is related to a feud with the Bandidos. Tonight, police are hiring through CCTV as they try and track down a white wagon or SUV, which was last seen fleeing east away from the crime scene.
Good on you, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you. The hangover hurt even more for these pub goers today after several alcohol-fueled brawls broke out between drunken revellers in Adelaide CBD. One man was assaulted outside a popular spot in the heart of the city last night, and police were kept busy with a separate fight in the seaside suburb of Glenelg, with 2 groups punching on. Nine Bryce is in Adelaide for us tonight. Bryce, good evening. Have any arrests been made?
One man was arrested in Glenelg, or a boy, I should say, a 7-10-year-old, but no charges were laid for the fight that broke out here in the city. The whole thing was caught on camera, one man throwing fists and another hitting the ground hard. That happened outside the Atlantis bar on Weymouth Street around 3 a.m. The fight only escalated from there to fists flying and 2 men walking away with bloody faces, and it was only broken up once police arrived. As for the brawl in Glenelg, that was a scuffle between a group of young men, and police say it was one of many calls that they received to that Jetty Road precinct last night, and quite a wild night for that Glenelg area. As for that 17-year-old boy that was arrested, Peter, police say he was in possession of cocaine and MDMA.
All right, guys, thank you for that. You're with Nine's Late News, broadcast across the nation. Next, the fishing trip that came with plenty of unwelcome visitors. One of Australia's most famous train journeys finally back on track. Robert Penfold's behind-the-scenes feature on the secret jam session between Elvis Presley and the Beatles. We take an in-depth look at the action thriller Tenet, the movie Hollywood is hoping will provide its COVID comeback. And all tonight's sports actions, the NRL clash between the Raiders and the Bulldogs, the Gold Coast and North Melbourne battle it out in the AFL, and the A-League Grand Final between Sydney FC and Melbourne City. I'm going to rest my voice for a minute. We'll see you shortly.
Can they create a on-demand room with a decade's twist.
How do you get 30s in your bathroom?
Bathroom week starts tomorrow on the block.
Australia, the little treehouse is alive at Coles. And to celebrate, you can instantly win a share of millions of prizes guaranteed, like awesome treetop adventures in a real-life luxury treehouse, plus travel vouchers, adventure activities, gift vouchers, and many, many more. To win, simply purchase 3 participating products in one transaction. Enter the code on your receipt online, and you're guaranteed to win. Coles, with this great value.
It's not your dog.
Neighbor's dog. Will my insurance cover this?
Not looking good, I'm afraid.
Budget Direct would have provided me with temporary accommodation for up to a year.
Yes, very correct. Nalay ka?
Oh. Nakita, di ba?
Wala ko kaya nag-charge ko cellphone.
Oo ba? Hi sa 2 million in the building. Patamsak naman si Hoss.
Okay. Minsan ko, nagkaroon kay...
That's right. A
Pero ko lang mo ang cellphone.
There's your
Anong kay ko, nag-Chris na laptop?
Katong sa Dell. Siguro na something wrong na talaga dito sa isa ka laptop.
Oo.
That's why we dogs rank the fighter series. Millions of
Mas dapat mo sa Luis.
creating their
Ang
gut.
treasure.
Is your gut fighter fit?
Can you bring the glasses?
Ayun, nagkaroon.
Ah, it's annoying. It's so
Grabe.
to help avoid
Wow, ay.
Nice.
it speeds up drying.
Oh.
With drying up and shiny additions. Try Finish Rinse Aid today.
Ako, easy the
Are you looking for
filter.
that magical finish to your flooring? Carpet 3 bedrooms in hard-wearing party-proof carpet from $1,495 fully laid. There's magic in a
Why
Solomon's
is
floor.
the word crazy?
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna die. Nag-istorya ko sa iyo sa lang, nag-ano ko tayo.
nga naman. Hi sa 3 million in the building. Welcome to my first LS. It's my first time.
That is amazing.
Keeping your home not healthy. Colgate Total. Be total.
Naagad siya, gang.
Will decade get
Huh?
ready?
Naagad siya. Magpatay-patay gud ni siya.
Oo, Zahe, mag-loading siya dahil mag-loading. Pero, it's better ni siya itong kaysa ganiha.
Lagi.
This week, the US President will visit Kenosha, Wisconsin, to assess the damage from recent riots.
Nalagay,
Today, though, Donald Trump was expecting a different
Ganina. Gidjaketan data kanina. Hi, G-Star. Welcome to my LS. Salamat sa tamsak.
Ripped out from the roots. You had pine trees that were broken in half. None of the companies up there. You just don't see that kind of power.
Hundreds of thousands of homes have had their power and water redid, but many in Louisiana could be without electricity for weeks. Donald Trump signing autographs for frontline workers as a thank you. The president confident in his popularity, capitalizing on his opponent's lack of action, tweeting, "Now that Biden's polls are dropping fast, he has agreed to get out of his basement and start campaigning in 10 days. Sadly, that is a very slow reaction time for a president. Get out there today, Joe." It's too early to see the impact of the convention in the polls. However, the latest
Ipadagan video na kung pwede para kami sa nakuhaan.
Sige, sige. Bye.
is tighter in key battleground states. President again signaling the November election results could be challenged in the courts.
I'll let you know on the 4th, or the 3rd, or the 30th. 5 months later. Again, one of those lawsuits, right?
In Washington, D.C., Tim Arvia, 9 News.
A fisherman found that he wasn't the only one on the water out for a feed today. Tonight he shares with us the moment he was surrounded by sharks, one taking a bite out of his boat. The carcass of a baby whale bobs lifelessly on the surface of the waters off Foster. Stalking just below, a great white shark. Fisherman Dean Butler is filming. The great white had been taking chunks out of the whale and then took a chunk out of Dean's propeller.
The only 2 bites I got today were off those sharks eating the boat. There's a tooth mark in the propeller. You'd have to try hard to convince someone that it is that, but that's what it is.
More than a dozen sharks were in the water,
including a really big great white and a really big tiger shark, like 400 kilos easy a piece.
The great white stalking under the bow of the 5-metre boat. Circling along with another shark, Dean taking his chance to get a little space.
I'm glad I found it in the daylight, because you could easily hit that in the dark run. To come out of your boat and be surrounded by those guys in the dark, that'd be scary.
The fishermen leaving without dinner, but also without becoming dinner.
And I wasn't
Charles Croucher. And all that happened on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. Well, COVID-19 has derailed so much of our lives, but tonight, a story to give us hope.
Ging S, mayroon ka ng jacket. Binigyan na kita ng jacket.
Tonight on its way to the top end, after a massive hiatus.
Dusting on cobwebs. Oh my god. All engines firing. This pre-trip hunt, staff including Sonia Lindy have missed most, while Gans been sitting idle. It's very great to hear that. Powering up for its first journey since the pandemic hit in March, when the forced closure of state borders kept the GAN off the tracks for the longest time in its 90-year history.
Survived Great Depression, World Wars, pandemics, recessions, back on the tracks. Fantastic.
One of the first aboard is a bloke as old as the locomotive itself, with Bill Gardens's Edward Dowsett settling into his premium class carriage home the next 3 days.
Sit back in the cabin and watch the country go on by. That's what their main thing, which I like.
In the terminal, cops replaced canopies, and on board there were subtle changes, making the trip to Darwin cold and safe. But for many of the 97 passengers, it's a relief to escape.
Probably they've been up, because, haven't been out so long, not been able to do it.
The company has been hit hard by the pandemic, with 1,100 staff stood down across the past 5 months. This trip is a promising sign that things are slowly rolling back to normal.
The premiers are listening. We'd love to say borders and back open when it's safe to do so.
Loved ones line the platform for an old-fashioned send-off. Proof that some things never change. Lucy Gibson, 9 News.
Clint Stanaway is next with your national sports report. Clint, a few nervy moments for the Canberra Raiders tonight.
Oh, good evening, Pete. You're right. Against the Valley Bulldogs,
Uy.
10 men.
Hi, Nell E. Welcome to my live streaming. Bigyan kita ng jacket. Libre ang jacket dito sa akin.
In tough times, Australians stick together.
Thank you so much, honestly.
No words. On today, your stories.
We love you and we know that you're doing it really tough. Your heartache, your joy.
No, just a little bit emotional.
We're all in this together. See you tomorrow on Today.
Take a moment to experience this. Smooth melting head. Melt into the moment of bliss. From it.
We know you're an animal, so we offer more at-home support.
Kakain tayo ng ice cream, guys. Kahit winter.
Because we all need some help sometimes. And because a little advice can go a long way. More ways to get more out of your insurance with Bupa. Find out more at bupa.com.au.
dog.
Naglalaro tayo mamaya.
Will my insurance cover this?
Not looking good, I'm afraid.
Budget Direct would have provided you with temporary accommodation for up to a year while they repaired it.
Good dog.
Get temporary accommodation for up to a year. With Budget Direct, you've got insurance solved. Patrick's
Kakain mo na si
All
Hoss.
the ingredients for the pet days and the wet days, the roast days and the smashed apple on toast days. The ingredients for the tradie days and the lady days, the Mondays, the run days, and the let's have some fun days. We've got all the ingredients for you no matter what the day. Trade supermarkets.
Ingredients for every day.
Meet the revolutionary Sleeping Duck mattress taking Australia by storm. It's the next generation mattress reimagined by aerospace engineers, making history with the best overall mattress 2 years in a row. That's Sleeping Duck. One giant leap for your sleep.
New Special K low sugar. Rise with us. Rise with protein and muscle. With less than 4 grams of sugar. Set goals, then keep them. Try New Special K low sugar.
Namaste.
Having a long drive, mate. Not yet, mate. This is the one.
To love somebody. To love somebody. The way I love you.
Welcome back to Sport Time now. They might have played in the grand final just last year, but tonight the Raiders were given a huge scare by the Bulldogs. Trailing the bottom place side at the break, Canberra was forced to dig deep, prevailing in the end 34 points to 20.
Nick Kotrick is on the move to Belmore next year, and he's showing his future club what he's capable of.
Kotrick is so strong, he can play, he will, he will cross down.
The bunker wasn't sold. Their first points.
Mega shout out to Darren Star. Ging really love you. She really love you so much. Hi Darren Star. Mega shout out to you. You got someone next to you that really love you.
Took charge. Their fearless leader marching his men back into the contest. And by half-time, the Dogs had Canberra by the scruff, 20 points to 12.
Mega shout out kay Jen Vlog 2020. Hi to Tarek Mustafa. Welcome to my first LS. I give you jacket.
The Dogs looked gassed, and Canberra took full advantage. Starling made sure he finished the night in the coach's good books.
Starling has a second.
Canberra won away with a 34 to 20 point victory. Hayley Willis, 9 News.
Now the NRL ladder and the Panthers remain right on track for the minor premiership. Canberra is in the 5th spot following tonight's victory. The Warriors there are 9th and remain in finals contention. That's despite so many hurdles this season. The Bulldogs, though, they're still in last place. To the